Welcome to Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It. Don't mind. I feel like I have something on my eye. Don't mind. I don't know what I've been doing is working and packing. So let's wait. And I'm wearing a hat because my head's soaked. So, if I don't get sick, I'll be surprised. But welcome in, welcome in. I've been doing 9:05 because the Mr. Garden State Gardener running over. But thank you for everyone that watches this back. I so greatly appreciate it. And yeah, as soon as some people get in, we will get this live started. I can take off the scissors. I see one thumbs up. So, as soon as some people hop in, Mr. Paul Honeyman from England. Hello, Paul. How are you, my friend? How are you feeling? Happy Sunday. Like my wet head. Oh. I usually go 9:05 now, you know that, because the Mr. Garden State Gardener, they usually don't get out of there right away. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. And I got tons of crap behind me. I'm lucky I made a seat to sit somewhere. But how are you? How's that racket going where you're living? Because I had to deal with that for almost 2 weeks now of them doing the street here. So could stay up really late packing and then get barely any sleep. So good evening, Red Silo Homestead. Good evening, Melanie. Internet's been weird today, but I'll stay on as long as I can. Thank you. How are you and your lovely wife doing? Tell her I said hello. As you can see, busy, busy, and busy. You sure we couldn't get away with hiding just yeah, right? Oh my goodness, Paul. So yeah, so it's been a little crazy, and then I feel like I'm Paul because they had people all the way down for a few weeks, taking out, I guess, like old sewer pipes, and there's something that's humming over there. I think it's draining the water, and it's just been radically noisy here during the day. So if I'm up really late packing, it's like I barely get any sleep. I'm running on E. Good evening, Chris. Happy Sunday. Welcome in, welcome in. So yeah, I had a Paul Honeyman moment where he was talking about he can't sleep from all the work being done. Is the work done over there now, Paul? How are you, Chris? It was funny that you said that. So yeah, chili been getting down to the teens this week, and chickens are, I think, only got 2 eggs out of 30 birds today. Oh, really? What's this saying? He's doing good. Yeah, it is. We are down to freezing temps. We're down into the 20s. I'm getting about 2 eggs a day. I think it's only 2 chickens that are laying. So I got 6 full hours of sleep on Wednesday night. Had 2 noise-free nights, but the work's not due to finish till the second week of December. Oh my gosh, God bless you. This noise here has been atrocious, and I can't even have. Thomas just got back from Florida today, or early this morning, technically speaking, and he couldn't even pull his truck into the driveway because they have this big steel, like, square thing blocking the driveway, and trash hasn't been picked up. It's just insane. What a time to be moving. And this is why I spend so much time outside trying to get the gardens done, because I didn't want to be out there with it being the way that it is. I don't know what it's called. Maybe y'all will know. But this ear here, it's like if someone's driving in the car and they have the window down a little tiny smidge, it hurts my ear. And then it's sort of like swimmer's ear, but the wind gets in my ear. Oh my gosh, forget about it. It was so painful. And I was only wearing this out in the freezing temperatures, which is just a zip up Chris had gotten me, I think, for Christmas. And I was wearing that outside, and it was just brutal. Between this black one and a gray one, I was wearing that outside, just to try to stay warm. No hat, nothing blocking my ear. And videos coming out this week. Jimmy had went out. I was showing you what I got done in the garden, which now looks totally different, but I'll bring you along in the steps. And then I started packing up the two of the knickknacks with you, and then decided to show you what was going on in the inside. So that was from last week. That will be Tuesday's video. And then you'll see different updates that have to do with packing and like my room. So he wasn't here, and I just kind of gave a tour of everything that I'm doing. Calling for 60 here at Thanksgiving. Crazy. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. It is so cold here. It really is. Hi, Voon. Hello, Voony, Voony, Voony. Hello, Melody and everyone in the chat. Good evening. Red Silo or somebody, can you share this out? Because this is running kind of slow. And some people are saying they're not getting notifications. Or Voon, if you could share it out, if you have the capabilities, that would be great. Hey, called her trouble. Oh, Voon's not trouble. Grubby the Beagle, hello. How are you? Happy Sunday, my friend. Says, hello, host, hello. How are you doing? I hope you had a great weekend. I hope everyone coming in had a great weekend. Just talking about how cold it is here. Sunset Farm, Ohio. Hello from Ohio. Hello. Love and hugs from Pennsylvania. Welcome in. Happy to see you. So a lot of shout outs tonight, and for anybody new that comes in, this is the way it works here on Sunday nights. Hi, I'm Melody. When you come over on a Sunday night live, my way of giving back and showing love is if you have a channel, the lovely moderators will share out your channel links. So welcome in. Let's see. Hello, Suzanne. How are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, Gary from, how do you know my name, Paul? Paul knows everything. You didn't know that? Paul has magical powers. Yeah, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Is it Venkat? But Paul's pretty slick, right? How you doing, Suzanne? Hope you had a blessed, wonderful weekend, my friend. So I guess why people are, leaving Mr. Joe Garden State Gardeners live, because usually I'm live at 9 o'clock, so I've been going 9:05, but we'll just roll with it. I want to, okay, so I explained if anybody new comes in. Hi, Miss Grammy Karen. Good evening, friends. Happy Sunday, Miss Granny Karen. It's a mess. It's a hot mess, everybody that's coming in. Joe went over again. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's why I'm trying to pick 9:05. Something flying around in here. It's going to get on my nerves. So yeah, I just wanted to say, well, we may see some new people. Hello, Miss Andel. Hello, Melody. Your playlist has been running for 2 days now. Yay, thank you so much. What do you think? It is a mess. Stay tuned for Tuesday. Stay tuned for Tuesday. I was just saying to Paul that I was packing up like the knickknacks from the garden outside, and then decided to bring these in and show you what it was looking like in here, what I had packed up and not. Straight on down to my room. Jimmy wasn't here, but I'm a lot further along now than that. And I know Miss Andel said some pop-up lives, but I literally have no help other than my neighbor Debbie. And sometimes it's just later at night, like we didn't even get started till like maybe 10:30. We got all the canned goods packed up, went through the 2 pantries downstairs in the basement, checked all expiration dates, packed it all up, gave her a bunch of stuff. So the food part down there is done, and now we have to tackle the middle. So it's just been really exhausting, and I spent, a week and a half trying to get the garden situated. Hello, Deb. There she is. Everyone, this is my neighbor Debbie, which is Deborah Richardson. Hello, Melody. See you soon. Yeah, I text her like, oh no, I forgot I have to go live. So we're going to get the Christmas stuff that's already packed up in totes. It's like, a week and a half, 2 weeks and counting. It's just been so hard. Moving is hell. Sunset Farm, Ohio. You nailed that one. It is hell. I'm in hell. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But I am kind of glad that I made the decision to deal with a little bit of the cold and try to get that garden done, because I just knew. I kept saying, I bet you by the time Thomas gets back, we're going to be freezing here. Freezing. We are. Multiple frost and stuff like that. And it's just been really hard. Really hard. Debbie and I pulled like till 3 something in the morning one night. Then we were going to work on the basement. We did my room. She folded up all the clothes, like, Mama Mia. And now my room has duffel bags all over it because I'm trying to keep out like 2 weeks of clothes. True story. I was trying to get ready for live tonight. I couldn't even find panties. I'm like, where did I put them? I'm like a bag lady right now in my bedroom. So you'll see that on Tuesday. It looks bad. And then I have other updates of where I'm at and how far I am. I will show you what the basement looks like. That means Debbie did get packed up. We did 3 Craftsman totes of wrapped or bubble wrapped, my jars. We wrapped all them, and then some of them had to go just into the cases that they come in. So I don't know. I did call Johnny. He's telling me the 26th of November is his only day off. And I said, well, so many people, you're going to have to get them. And he's like, I don't know all their schedules, Mom. They're police officers. And I'm like, well, John, see what you can do and try to, get some guys over here to help. So with this construction going on, they got to move that, because if we were to get a truck, you can't exactly pull it in. So update on the garden. I show that. And then I show me just trying to see what could fit in that tote, knowing that I would have to wrap it, and then I bring you in and show you everything. So excuse the mess. And then there's more updates. Thomas got here today and he texted me because I was like, I'm not even going out there, it's so cold. He's like, these pots are heavy. I'm like, I know, tell me about it. I was taking the pots all the way to down here to the fencing. And then Jimmy decided at the last minute to be like, oh, do you want to use the orange thing? I'm like, do you think? And then I had a slight little run-in with him the other day. He's deciding to touch things now. And I'm like, why are you touching the hose? It has to be wrapped up and zip-tied. So terrible zip-tie. And then he throws it on the bed, one of my gardening beds. And I said, why are you putting it over there when you just put it on the pile? And he's like, because all that stuff has to be moved. I'm like, we know. Thomas is in Florida. And he did the don't F with me, Mel. And sorry to say, my friends, I was like, no, don't bleep with me. Because I'm now starting to crack under pressure. But trying to hold it together. I had a couple crying spells on the phone with Pam. And then my neighbor Debbie, ever so kindly, is my only help, 2 extra hands. And my anxiety acts up or this starts to become overwhelming, I just vent away to her, and she's an angel in disguise. She really is. But yeah, Sunset Farm moving is absolute hell. Let's see. Hi everyone, Melody is one amazing woman. Oh, Deb. You're so sweet. And Debbie doesn't have a channel. She's my neighbor who's been the only one helping me. I'd buy her a house if I could afford to. Oh my gosh, Paul. Oh, I love you to pieces, honestly. Vandal Deland. Hey, all. Hey, Vandal. Are you in Walmart tonight or no? Good evening, Melody. Good evening. Happy Sunday, my friend. Thank you so much for playing the videos, leaving comments. I really do appreciate it. It helps me out. Long story short, if I went and did a $9,000 garden or put this in or put that in and would have listened, I would have had the money to put down on something else. That's the problem here. So every little bit helps. And if you can watch my videos and watch the commercials, I so appreciate it. So before I go any further, I want to give a great big shout out to Belt Loop, Gary, Belt Loop 29, who got me on the phone the other day, or I called him, and he helped me to do a master playlist. So there's a lot of videos in there, so you don't have to go into my other unorganized playlist. You can just let the bad boy run and watch the commercials. So grateful for that. He also sent me 50 to my PayPal. you know, be still my heart, honestly. Um, he just really helped me out a lot with, you know, and he said, "Oh, you're a quick learner." I said, "I usually am." I just needed some help. And then I learned how to put the PayPal button on my banner in case anybody wants to donate for this move, which is costing an arm and a leg. It's just crazy. Crazy time to be moving and just a lot. So, great big shout out to Gary, who also did a video about Luke 29 on his page, reaching out for help for a friend, and that would be me. So, be still my heart, honestly, everyone. And then the Vineyard Chicks, maybe Paul or Boone can post. There's like 2 videos. It's the Vineyard Chicks doing a hashtag Christmas special. I can't think of the hashtag right now. And it's where their album proceeds are donating it to like 3 people that are really in need. And little Bunky from Bunky's Garden, she nominated me. Was she like 8 or 9? I literally cried. I literally cried. So I think the idea is if any of my subscribers have a channel and you want to do a quick um, short using their hashtag, and if you want to nominate me or my channel, you would just say, I'm nominating Big Leg and Let's Dig It, who has to move, and it's super duper quick. Just make sure you use their hashtag Christmas something. I can't think of it. I felt embarrassed about like posting it over on my page, so I figured I would just tell you all about it on my live tonight. Let's see. Oh, that's cold, Paul. Yep, that's what I was running to. Thank you, Miss Andell. Means a lot. Yes, I do, Paul Honeyman. That is my friend. Do you know it's Jay Schwartz? I do. Oh, how sweet a bunkie. I know, right? So, Miss Andell, if you want to go check it out and see the rules, from what I understand, it is to just do a quick short saying, I nominate, you know, Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It for the hashtag, you know, from the Vineyard Chicks, and that's really all there is to it. And yeah, if you can continue to watch the videos and let the commercials play, greatly appreciate it. Miss Andell, can you share this out? 23 degrees, not sure what that is in Celsius, I think 8. It is so cold. Well, he's got a pair of panties if you need them. What? That's strange, Paul. What is that about? Hi, Miss Sheila B. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome in, welcome in. God said hashtag still Christmas gift, the Vineyard Chicks video. Thank you, Miss Andell. There's the link. If you'd like to nominate my channel, that would be amazing. It's done just on a really quick short that you nominate whoever, even if it's not me. So yeah, thank you for finding that. And so many people are like, we never get your live until like it's like later. So, you know, I said I was going to use my laptop, but with my life in shambles, I'm just doing my live on my phone. So hate to bug, but if someone could share it out, greatly appreciate it. We have 15 people in here and I see 8 thumbs up. Let's smash the thumbs up, people. So obviously I was holding this up as my picture because tape, and tape some more. Oh my goodness gracious. Yes, that's his video. Oh, Miss Andell, thank you so much for finding that Belt Loop 29 need help video. Yep, it's what he posted for me. So kind and so generous. Darn it, laugh out loud. Too busy letting Mel know about it. Where is that coming from, Paul? How you doing, Miss Sheila B? I hope you had a blessed weekend. Liked and shared. Thank you, Miss Andell. Means so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your help. I'm really liking Miss Andell's, what is it? Daily Dales or something like that. Oh, I see everyone, and you would be surprised what that's doing to me on a daily basis, this week I'm having some episodes, so bear with me if I get teary-eyed at all. Oh, Sunset Farm from Ohio. Oh my goodness, you didn't have to do that, but thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Much appreciated, big time. Yeah, I'm gonna be like a sap. Thank you so much. What a blessing. Read up, Melody. Jay started it. Laugh out loud. Read up? Oh, he started something? I don't. Yeah, you asked me if I knew him. I absolutely did, but I don't see anything else. That was so nice, Sunset Farm, Ohio. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Make sure everybody's links are getting posted, please. And Paul's referring to my previous post that I have a pair of your panties if you need them. Your thing never came across. Sorry about that. This one's on vacation, and he's texting about that. Oh, Miss Andell's in here. Don't get her started, gentlemen. Jay Schwartz, if you need them. You guys are funny. So yeah, Jay's on vacation. Thomas just got back from vacation from Florida, and he also has a job. So we'll see how this goes. Mel, what is your PayPal so I can share it? I think it's just under Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It. It's under all my links, under every one of my videos, and it's on the top of my banner, under my YouTube page. I was so fortunate to be able to figure that out on how to get the PayPal button up there. Here you can only have 2 icons up there at a time. So I deleted Amazon, obviously, and I put PayPal. It was recommended by Gary in case someone wants to donate, have the button available. But that was so sweet. $20 super chat really means a lot. Direct link to Mel's PayPal. Cindy Brown, hello, darling. You come in just, thank you so much, Cindy. How are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome in. I don't know if I look exhaustedly tired. And, it's just a lot. Really is a lot. And what the worst time to be moving too, right? I was making you needed dinner. Aw, thank you for that, Cindy Brown. Greatly appreciate it. How are you? I hope that you're well. So yeah, Miss Andell said she shared it out. And Suzanne said that Garden State Gardener went over a little bit. So we'll have to see if anybody else wants to share the live out. Let's go so we can get people in here. So tonight after live, what am I doing? I am going to be doing the middle part of the basement, things that were not unpacked. If the box isn't ripped, we're just going to move them. Thank you, Miss Andell. Thank you. You should have kept eating. So just got the link ready also. Oh, you guys are great. Life is kind of trying to take a bite out of everyone, it seems lately. It sure does. It really does. Really does. So before Jay left on vacation, he got me a total of 30 boxes, but last week I told you 20. And I was telling him I was getting anxious, like I'm afraid I'm going to run out of the boxes. I'm looking at Debbie like, time to touch another box. So last night we got all the canned goods boxed up. 2 pantries cleaned out, went through the expiration dates, gave her some stuff, gave her some gardening trays. She's like a godsend, my neighbor. I don't even know where she fell from, but if I didn't have her, I'd be in such big trouble right now. When we work together, we're like, but it's exhausting. She sometimes can't get here till later, and I'm not complaining. I'm thankful to get her whenever I can get her. So let's see. I had a whole shelf full of canned goods that about a few months ago, he asked me to clean that part of the laundry room. So I took all my canned goods out of their cases and lined them all up, nice and neat looking. So I have to go and pack them all last night. All the canning jars are wrapped. Boy, is that stuff going to be heavy. And then everything in the 2 pantry closets down there are empty. So I might go into Jimmy's tool room to see if there's anything in there. if there is, what needs to be packed. He doesn't want me bringing up anything from storage, which when Thomas saw the pile today, it was like, the pile that looks like it's going to the house looks like a whole lot more than what's going into storage until he gets down that basement. So yeah, it's just a sad situation. It's depressing me. Oh, did you really? You're funny, Jay. um, y'all are funnies. Are messing with each other. 15 people in, 16 people in, and 15 thumbs up. So yeah, so that's all done. The middle is a hot mess. There's a really big, I don't know if you can see it, really big, thick industrial box from Thomas's work. I think I decided I'm going to put my Christmas tree in there and that's going to go into storage. And there's this thing, call me silly. Everybody has their own way of dealing with things, and ooh, going to hold it together. I saw this eyeless gnome like tree. I forget what the inches are, whatever. I showed it to Jay. And I sort of kind of want to we'll get my Christmas stuff. I'm going to pull out like, I don't know, 2 things out of there. I think it's on Amazon and it's like $25.99, but it looks like it's pretty big, like probably, I don't know if Jay remembers the size, but yeah, I really want to get that so that I have something for in that room over there at Christmas time, because I don't know. So if it's the little things that make me happy, so that's what I found, because it's hard to find a tree, like a tabletop tree, and I thought it's cute. It has the hat and it's all lit up. The tree is the bottom part and it has the lights through it. So I did see that on Amazon. I think it was like $25, and I'm like, oh, I should get something like that so I have something that's Christmas related in this room I'm going to. It's just going to be sad and depressing, and I have to hold it all together. So, what are you going to do? But I think it's cute. Where are you storing all the food? All the food was packed up, and the food is all going over to Jean and Thomas's, obviously. You can't put any food in storage. The kitchen, I still have all the OXO containers and my spices to pack up, so I'll bring you along for that. The 2 freezers have to go over there. They got a new freezer, and apparently they left the door open, so they lost everything. So he and I were talking today, Thomas and I, that is. And I said, all right, well, maybe if we take the freezer stuff out of my LG refrigerator, like freezer, and stick it in there, that should probably be okay. Because Jean doesn't want a bunch of freezers plugged in, so I offered to pay the electric. Because I'm like, that's thousands and thousands of dollars worth of meat. I'm not, going to let that all go to waste. Or I'll be living like I live in Alaska. They leave things plugged in, and then once winter comes, they unplug it. But he said he talked to her about it. It's fine. I just said I would basically pay the difference, Literally, like, I was like, what's your electric bill? Like $230. I'm like, ooh, what do you do? Leave all the lights on and everything? I said, well, the electric only went up $5 here with the freezer, so, I'll pay the difference. So all the food's going over there. Miss Sheila. Miss Andel, check your PayPal later. Oh, Miss Andel, I most definitely will, I promise. I'm late, but I am here. Hello, everyone, from Maine. Proud Mom, 1966. We finally got to catch up and talk a bit. Everything was crazy for her, and now she knows my whole story. So welcome in. Happy Sunday. Will you have a garden at your new place? This isn't going to be my place. I think the game plan is, like Thomas said, just come here. At least it'll be a roof over your head for the winter time, truthfully, because then I'd be in my SUV. And then you try to start looking in spring. So I'm trying to get as much money together. I would have had plenty of money if I went and built a garden here, or made his property look better, or fixed the house up. That's where that foolishness came in. But I've known him for years and years, and who knew? Just, but this wouldn't be an issue. Plus 30 days is really short notice to find another place, even if I would have just done an apartment. So that's where the problem's coming in at, is, the money down pretty much, and the lack of time. I will, Paul. I promise. I love you, proud mom. Don't forget it, bake like let's take it. Mel's PayPal. Thank you, Miss Andel. I wish she's a size zero. Jay says, probably now I'm probably a size zero. I am trying to eat, my friends. But when you just keep going and going and going, and I feel like I'm not one for sitting around feeling sorry for myself. There is no time to feel sorry for myself, so I just keep going. But something's going on this week. I don't know what it is, but I had a couple crying episodes with Pam on the phone, and then a couple of really in-depth conversations with Debbie of like, they always say you should never question God, things like that. Like, is this going to be the thing that breaks me? I'm thinking, I guess I'm getting scared. That's really what it's about. Mel, men never remember size correctly. That's so funny, Cindy. And true. I am going up on panel. Love you. Oh, I love you too, Boone. Keep you running, Melody. Thank you, Boone. Pretty tiny, yep. Oh my goodness, Jay. Jay's on a roll. He's living it up on the beach, right? You're in the sea. That's funny. You guys are a hot mess, but funny. I'm not going to reread that one. Mel, has your Jared found a place? Okay, so what Jared's going to do is he has a place with his name on the lease, but I raised him well, And if your girlfriend is not coming home for a full night, something's going on. So I think in a way, well, in a big way, it was really bad to invite him to come here, Jimmy. To then tell me, like, what was that, a week later? So I had, whenever I told y'all, that's that, November the 1st. But I think him being here also helped me, and he seems good. I think it gave him time to get over being hurt. And I did say to him recently, what are you planning on doing, hon? And he said, I'm going back to my apartment. I said, you are? Because his name's on the lease. And he said, yeah. I said, did you tell Lindsay that? And he said, yeah. I said, well, what if she has a bed in the bedroom? And he's like, well, she didn't mention one. I said, well, if she does, your bed goes over there and her bed goes over there because their lease isn't up till April, May. So he said he's going to start looking in February. I said, if you find something or if I find something. So that saddens me greatly because it's just nice to see him. And I've been letting him use my vehicle to go to work. And, at night he'll knock, Mom, you awake? And I'm like, yeah, and we'll just chit chat. Or I can go in there every day and be like, hey, have I told you today how much I love you? So I am going to miss him, but, I did ask him if he would come visit me at Thomas and Jean's, He said he would. It was really rude of him to give you such short notice. So true. Sorry. My daughter goes from an A0 to an... Yeah, my weight fluctuates all the time, Cindy. One foot in front of the other. Yeah, I don't know what's going on the last few days. I'm I think unraveling a little bit, folks. Sorry. Now I hope by the next year at this time you have some security. I know that's what's getting to the most in the situation, probably. Yeah. I'm used to being on my own, You do a lot for somebody that, screws you over. It is what it is. Sorry, everyone. But I've been asking Debbie, I'm like, what is this? Suddenly I'm like so much more emotional, and I think I'm just exhausted, physically, mentally exhausted. So yeah. So that's what that situation is. So yeah, he'll go back to his girlfriend, well, to his apartment. And gotta hope that every penny that I get, I just bank it so that I can put down on. That's exactly right, Cindy. I think that's what it is, totally. Thank you for getting that, solicitor. Greatly appreciate it. You're feeling vulnerable, probably. Mel, it's called anxiety, depression. I don't know if it's depression, but it's definitely my anxiety. And I'm tired, you know, tired. Just tired. It's so true, Miss Andel. I was trying to explain to Miss Debbie, the neighbor, I'm like, I don't know what's going on with me the last couple days. And then I'll be fine and I'll get right back up and just keep, going. So that's what's going on over here. Miss Andel says it's natural, but one day, 1 second at a time. We have to concentrate on today and work toward tomorrow. Absolutely so true. But isn't it foolish, though, to be thinking, like, I want to get this thing off of Amazon that's like a little tree gnome so I can not be over there. That would make me depressed, be over there. I don't mind being in Christmas pajamas and having a little, something sitting on a bureau or something that's Christmas related. But the holidays are hard and the holidays are big for me, So, yeah. I'll tell you what, if I was closer. I know, Cindy. I really do appreciate it. I'm trying to just pull it together because, ooh, I don't know if it's because I look at this whole community like it's family, if this is, I don't know, like, I know before I said I was embarrassed, and now it's just like, I'm being honest, I'm tired. I'm tired, I'm worrying. And the last place I wanted to come out is on here on a Sunday, that's embarrassing. But like these late nights and barely any sleep, and he don't move and do anything. And I think I looked at the calendar today, and that kind of did it for me too, It's like, is there going to be trouble? I don't know what that was. I could be a real whippersnapper, but I'm trying to avoid things at all costs. I don't need any drama because physically and emotionally, I just can't deal with it, Oh, take a breath. You are strong and you will make it. Gotta pull it together. I'm so sorry, everyone. Really, I am. It's exhaustion. Oh, that's probably so true, Red Silo. It's exhaustion emotionally and mentally after the whole parents Alzheimer's thing here. I found myself tearing up watching NCIS. No reason at all. Okay, well, that makes me feel better. A 3? I don't know what that means. Hello, Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Yes, I do have an Amazon wish list. Miss Sheila B. My little doohickey that I want to get for Christmas is like $25 isn't even in there. I was forced to do an Amazon. It's kind of funny. From Indiana Backyard Gardener. She's like, just make one or whatever. But yeah, it's in my other private one. It probably sounds like the stupidest, silliest thing, but being away from your children, like Debbie said that today, like I can honestly say, like, eat, sleep, poop, kids, everything. Kids are older, they don't need me, and just cooking dinner. Thanksgiving's around the corner, and it's probably just all getting to me. And Red Silo's probably right. It's probably just pure exhaustion and the stress. But yeah, I thought, well, that's kind of silly, right? But I was looking around on Amazon for like a little tree. They were expensive. They were like in the 50s, and I'm just not like that. I'm a very frugal kind of person. It's like this gnome. It's about like this big, and it has a big hat, no eyes, because I don't like the gnomes that look at it. And it looks like a Christmas tree at the bottom, and it has lights on it. And I thought, well, that would be cute to sit on the bureau. At least I'd be able to see something that's Christmas related, right? This is a grieving process, and shopping a little is just a piece of normal you want to have. I don't even think it's that because I hate to shop. True story. my mind is like, Deb, I got to get to the Christmas totes. I want to take a little something so it's not like I'm in these four walls. I don't want to see their tree. You know, I'm not saying this to be mean or selfish or anything, but I don't want to interfere with their Christmas and use my tree with all the kids' ornaments and stuff on it. So it's probably the holiday season's getting to me. And I just want to make sure I have something cutesy in my room so I can look at it, and maybe I'll stay in Christmas pajamas and just watch Christmas movies. I don't know. But welcome in. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Sorry. Hope you had a blessed weekend. Pretty soon this will be all a bad memory and you will be moved on. Hopefully, Miss Grammy Karen. Oh my gosh, what is going on tonight? Okay. Pull it together, Mel. I only cried once this week on the phone to Pam. And now I'm really sorry. It's just coming out of my life. I don't know why. Okay. You do not have to pull it together. You know, people be watching this back like, oh, like mortified. So let's talk about something else real quick. You know, God works in mysterious ways. Well, Thomas did say, and this stressed me out. Like, I'm not stressed enough. We know this is going on. And he's like, can you do me a favor? When you get to the house, can you please make the appointment? And I snapped and I was like, no, I can't. Can I just have a breather? Give me till the beginning of the new year. And he's like, deal. So I'm going to try to get this done. But I need some time, like, to breathe. So whether that's end of January, beginning of February, we made a deal that I would call and get this done because he just wants me to not, you know, be okay. So I'm going to get that done too. Let's see. It's okay to mourn the loss of your home, Mel. Yeah, but I've lost my home and this was just a rat race. I mean, Mel, build a garden, build a garden, build a garden. $9,000 later. Or apple trees or this, that, and the third. And it's like, there's the money, my friends, where I wouldn't have to worry. I don't even care if it's an apartment. You know. Let's see. Oh, Terry. Organic Raw Roots Farm. Hi, girl. How are you? Oh, you'd have to watch back. I have to move. Less than 30 days, Terry. But everyone, say hello to my friend Terry from Organic Raw Roots Farm, who is most likely, I think, going to send out, I think I mentioned this before, something for the chickens. And she'll give me a code for anybody that has chickens, and then they can purchase through her company. So that will be fun to do. But we always talk to each other on Instagram. She's a sweetheart. I'm pretty sure we all have an open shoulder to cry on. Thank you, Miss Sandell. To anyone that doesn't like it, there are enough mods in here to boot them. Yeah, I just feel bad, my friends. Melody, you're going through the ringer. They're not fault of your own. Do not have to pull it together. We cannot be there with you, but we all have a shoulder for you, sweetie. Thank you. I mean, do you know what that means to me? A lot. Honestly, a lot. Yes, says she got that right. Let's see. No, that's crazy, Tar. How much of a P.O. box would cost me? Oh, I don't even know, because I definitely knew I couldn't afford a P.O. box. I have an address to Thomas's, and this is still the current address, you know, for now. And he wouldn't mess with my mail or anything like that. So, Pam's thing came here very quickly. The egg thing, did you see that video? That was cute. My eggs were tiny, so they were kind of falling. taking that over so the eggs can sit on the counter. Thomas wrote me a text, I guess maybe before he was getting on the plane or he got off the plane this morning, like something about the chickens having a home, and my heart was like, wait, what? They have a home? And he goes, no, we figured out where we're going to put them. We're going to give them a really big run so the dogs don't bother them. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. You know, I get along with all women. I just don't want to step on Jean's toes at all. And, it's just not the same, my friends. I never actually looked into a P.O. box. I just figured it would be like at least $100, and I don't want to do that. I can't afford that right now, really, to be honest. Um, let's see. Red Silo says nothing wrong with that. Is that a 2-inch tree I carried around with me in the military for my barracks room. You do what you gotta do, hon. Yeah, see, I don't know. I just thought maybe it seemed silly, but I feel like if I have some Christmassy things in there, then maybe I won't be like just looking at the four walls with nothing on them. And I just don't think that's good for my mental well-being. So, let's see. So how are the puppies? My puppies are seeming confused and like what's going on. So there's been a lot of some extra treats going on here for my dogs because, the babies. And Sophia had like a bump on her back. And I had Thomas look at it at least 6 times. And today I was like, don't freak me out, Thomas. You told me that you thought it was a skin tag. He said, get your camera and let's take a picture of it. We took a picture of it and it looks like a little bubble. So yeah, she's gonna have to probably go to the vet and let's see what that is going on. And I'm just like, oh boy. But he took a lot of the pots out today and a lot of the stuff I had lined up. The GreenStalk vertical planters are gone. I was like, whatever you do, please be so careful with them. I said, Jay bought them for me, and he's like, I know, I got it. Everything will be okay. So, and he literally had just gotten here, like back from Florida, is, moving out pots and my GreenStalk planters and telling me how heavy like a Kentucky whiskey barrel is. And I said, I know, tell me about it. I moved it from back there all the way to there. I said the 3 that were left in the middle, my back just gave out. I just couldn't do it anymore. Um, yeah, I know. I know, Tara. I love you too, girl. God does not bring you to it, and if he will not pull you through it, I love you. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. See, like my daughter doesn't. I get along with everyone. I stayed there for 30 days before, and my daughter quick was like, oh, wasn't she being like a blah, 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 blah? And I'm like, not that I remember. She just talked about wanting to get the refrigerator unplugged, and how her kitchen never looked so clean until I got there. And what else? She was the one that got me in the kitchen and said, you only have 30 days to stay here, right? Thomas told you. I was like, no, he didn't. Well, that's how I ended up coming here. But his son had moved in and his son was living there for the whole time I wasn't. So I don't know. My son knows her from like working with her or whatever. I've always just said hello to her, but I don't know her like that. And I just kind of feel bad. But he must have told her what was going on here when he had some inclinations, I guess, before I did. And, she was just like, if she's going to stay here, she's going to pay rent or whatever. And that's fine. But then he threw out like 800, and I'm like, 800 for a room? That's craziness. I said, why you are there with your feet up, enjoying all the food that I stocked? Because I was just, on a roll. And he's like, no, I'm not saying that's what it's going to be. He said it could be like 150 a week. But I'm just trying to get the money together so I can get out. Thomas said the same thing, like spring. We'll look at spring. And I'm thinking, gotta have the money in order to look in spring. I always had way more male friends than females. I did too, Cindy, honestly. But I had some really good women friends because they're like me. They're not catty or malicious in any way. Or I gave birth to one of them, and I said that to my daughter one time. Like, wow, I never even hung out with like those backstabby-ish kind of women or the chit chatty type. I said they would have never been in my inner circle, and I said, and here I give birth to one that's just like that, and she just laughed. And she just laughed at me. I bet you were, Paul. Thomas sounds like a really great friend. He's all right. He has his fair moments, you know. It's not Thomas's house though. It's Jean's, you know. Menorah. Oh yeah. Read Jay's comment. He can lend me his menorah. Said, see, we were siblings. That's funny. So the dogs, to what Miss Andale said, they're looking confused. A lot of like, okay, I left like about 2 weeks, give or take, of clothes and different duffel bags. So now suddenly my room is feeling off kilter too, you know. So I know the dogs are off kilter, so I've been giving them a few little extra treats here and there and some loving, you know. But do you remember what I was talking about? Well, let me show this again. This is what Chris got me that I was wearing out in these freezing temperatures. And I'm worried about that because I haven't been sick with anything. And I was out there in freezing temperatures with just this on. And, you know, you got to do what you got to do. I wanted to get all that done by the time he came back so he can start moving it. And then he has to deal with beds and like the gardening beds. And then he has to deal with in here. It's a lot. And I think he texted me from Florida the other day and he said, did you get a jacket? And I said, no. I said, I've been outside with the fleece on. I'm like, this is ridiculous. My ear is killing me. It's freezing here. And he's like, well, I gave you your money back. It was in the account. He deposited, you know, my 100 in there. So I thought it was a good deal. I don't know what's going on, my friends, but when you go to look for a winter coat, they have no lining. No lining. And I'm so skinny and so cold that it's like, Jay saw a nice one on Amazon, but I didn't bother to go that route because I was afraid it would probably take too long to get here, and what if it doesn't fit me, and what if it has no liner? So when he put my money back in my account, which was what I needed for winter coat, this is what I did. I went to TJ Maxx. They had like black, brown, green. I went through racks and racks of supposed winter coats and was just like, is there something going on that I'm unaware of? Where they say winter coats or ski coats and there's not even like the fuzzy little fleece in the inside. They're just empty. I'm like, I'm gonna freeze to death, you know? So I did find this. I'll show you. I don't know. It's different. I said, wait till everybody sees my jacket. They're gonna be like, what are you, nuts? Because everything's like winter white. So this is totally different for me, but let me explain this jacket real quick. $200 is the suggested retail value for the jacket. And then the jacket was, hold on, let me find it. My receipt. The jacket, yeah, $200 is the suggested retail value. And then it went down to $69.99 to $39. I got this jacket. I don't know what you think. Yeah, I'm shouting out the Vineyard Chicks. But this is the jacket that I got. It's good in the arms. You hear it, and it has a little bit of the fuzziness to it. It does come, let me back up a minute. See if you can see. I'm trying to get used to see. It comes a little bit on my thigh, but it has a hood. Is it horrible? Because it was on clearance and I got it. So it's a little bit different for me, but I needed a winter coat really badly, so this is by Calvin Klein. It's just that winter white with black. And I showed it to Thomas today, and he's like, yeah, that's not bad. So it comes to a little bit of my thigh. So, you know. And then I'm always very frugal with my money. And why I was in there, because you can get one jacket for like $100, if not more, you know. So I got two for the price of one, really. I ended up getting this. I didn't take the tags off because I wasn't sure if I was going to take it back. But look, winter white again. I don't know what it is. This was $59.99, so I think it came to like $109. I would have loved to have kept that in my account to get a place to live, but a girl needs a winter coat. So this is like a puffer coat. So, and it has the hood. But I won't be able to wear these to take care of the chickens in the morning now, but I don't know. This one I can't decide on if I'm going to keep it or what I'm going to do. So this just comes right to the waist and it just zips up. I guess they call these puffer jackets. That's it. That's all there is to this little jacket. So I thought good for running around, and that one will be the super warm one. So everything's white. Everything is white, my friends. But I had, when was it? Well, today's Sunday. Maybe it was like Friday or something. While Thomas was on vacation, he deposited my money back in there. So he's like, go get your jacket. So I didn't want to tell him, because he knows I'm a pretty good shopper, and I saw him today and I was like, what do you think, two coats for the price of one? And he said, yeah, I like it. I just don't know. I just don't know. That's cute. Which one? The first one? First one's really different for me because it comes down longer, but that one at least has something in the inside. The other one I could wear something like this underneath of it, or maybe find a white one. Everybody's saying it's cute, nice coat, but color would have helped keep you visible in the snow, Mel. I know, I'm like, what is up with all this winter white? They had like green, like this type of green, and there was nothing in the inside. I'm baffled. I'm really, really baffled. Suzanne says, cute jacket. Thank you. You need some fluorescent stripes for them coats. Laugh out loud to keep them both. Oh, I don't know if I was going to keep them both. Probably the longer one. But my Jared likes the shorter one. And Thomas just looked at it like it was your money for coats. For a jacket, and you got two. So, yeah, why not just keep them both? Miss Andell says, cute. She falls into a snowdrift. We won't find her until spring. That's probably so true. Yeah, I wasn't thinking of that. That's horrible. I'm going to be running around in this black and white one, fall in the snow, and that's right. But see, look, at least it has this in the inside, because very much to me these days, and I need something warm. So for almost a whole week that he was gone, it was like freezing out there in that little fleece zip up. I just found this hat because he was like, didn't you have a hat or earmuffs? I said, who has earmuffs? If I would have had earmuffs, believe me, I would have worn them. And I said, no hat. And then when me and Miss Debbie were packing up the bedroom, I found this. So I'm like, man, that would have came in handy for a week when we were like in the 20s and 30s here. But that's funny, Red Sallow. That may just happen to me. You won't buy me till spring. Cindy says they are both cute. I just thought, like, you know, you can get a jacket for like one jacket for 80, and I'm getting two for the price of one, because it was exactly 100. So just make sure you're wearing that black and yellow hat and scarf when you wear the coat. I know, so you can all see me in the snow. I did leave that out. I just saw that the other day. I know, right? I won't know until the red spot. Just popping on to say hi. Hi, happy Sunday. Is it said like emu? Happy Sunday. I hope you had a blessed weekend. Oh, Erin. Hi, Erin. Oh my goodness. Silly me. I did not know that that was you. Erin from Ohio. Hello, doll. How are you? Changed her handle on her pic. Yeah, that confused me. Debbie said she needs to get a bright pink scarf to go with it. Then we'll be able to see her. That's kind of true, too. It's my initials. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Yeah, it's crazy. I did not know that that was Erin. I did show Debbie when I got them. I was like, what do you think? I was like, Deb, I couldn't get a black coat. I couldn't. I think the one that Jay pointed out on Amazon was, it wasn't bad. It was like fox fur, but it was like a green or a beige. And I'm like, that looks like that'd be pretty warm. But, you know, I was so cold that I had to go to Jimmy and be like, I have to go to TJ Maxx and get a coat before I end up with, pneumonia. And he just stayed in the car, and I went in there looking for a jacket. Um, how you feeling, Erin? If she falls into a snowdrift, her hotness will melt the snow. Oh my goodness. Jay really does try to, because I'm just like, oh, I'm so skinny. I feel like an idiot. Like the workers out there keeps probably looking at me like, what is this girl doing? She's constantly moving something out front, picking up boxes. And Jay's like, no, they're probably looking at you because you're an attractive, thin redhead. And I'm like, no, they're probably looking at me like, who is this haggard looking woman that keeps getting boxes and moving stuff day in, day out? Funny. Um, so yeah, so I finally, because I was real concerned about that way last week, my friends. I was like, I mean, we lost a tote that had mom's winter coat in it. Thomas said he saw a tote that said mom's winter coat. He went in, there was no winter coat. And I'm like, I don't understand. So from my last move, I haven't had a coat. And I went through last winter without a coat. So I couldn't do that again because I know my immune system's down and everything. And I definitely do not and cannot afford to get sick. It's been a week. My son got in a car accident after school. Friday. Log fell off back of truck, slammed into the windshield. Everyone okay though, thank God. Oh my gosh, Erin, thank God. Tell me he didn't have a guardian angel looking out for him. I know I missed last week, was bummed. Oh, it's okay. Um, yeah, wow. Definitely a guardian angel looking after him for sure. Would have been a wreck. But yeah. I can't believe he changed her whole handle. I'm gonna have to get used to that. But yeah, so that I did that. And yeah, I didn't want to go another year without a winter coat. So I guess and this one's like longer. And that's way different for me, but fortunate enough to be able to get a coat and hope to God I don't like slip and fall in some chicken poop and then that'll be an issue of getting it cleaned, right? Ah, silly me. Yeah, right? The truck's registration. It's a good point, Paul. So the chickens are tomorrow. They're getting their corn to keep them warm. Today I gave them, well, I did it also, you'll see for Monday. But I broke a banana in two halves. I gave them a banana. They love apples. I gave them an apple. I gave them some, I don't know what they're called, those round peanut butter and jelly things. They got shoved in the back of my fridge. I cut them up in pieces and gave them to the chickens. And then some fermented feed I poured right over the top of it. So, because they were getting antsy today because they weren't out of the run. But my goodness, the wind here today, whew, it is hailing like it is so cold. I think we're going down to like 20 degrees tonight. But today was like brutal. I couldn't take another day of that cold weather. So they were in today. So I went out with a nice big bowl of treats for the chickens. And yeah, That's what I was thinking, Sydney, because it'll come down a little bit, you know? So now the only thing I have to do is get, I was looking while I was there to try to find like, you know, those wedged like snow boots. I was looking for them, but they were kind of out of my price range. I think they were like 30. Told you I'm like an economical shopper, or 39.99. I was just gonna do a solid black pair, but I didn't. So that's the next thing on my list. And then I should be good to go for the winter time. You know, like the one that has like the treads on the bottom so you don't slip and fall. Yeah, I want to get them, but at the time I just did. Actually, here's my receipt. So it says coat ski. The Calvin Klein shorter one was $59.99 and the longer one was $39. Do you believe that? That was just on an end cap and it marked down from like 200 to 100 to 69.99 to then down to 39. And Chris had called me from lunch break and I'm like, yo, I just found this jacket. What should I do? I'm not used to getting like a longer jacket. And he was like, yeah, that's like a steal. And I said, but it's in white, you know? But that's mainly all the colors that they had. So just a pair of winter boots and I should be good because I have to go out and take care of chickens every morning. And I don't want to be slipping and falling on no ice or in no snow because Red Solo's right. You might not be able to find me. No. So at least I got that done. It was cripple. I drive the girls. Mom drives boys. Next week I start both. But no truck didn't stop and none got truck info. Wow. Well, they're just learning. That's a shame. I'm pretty sure Mel don't wear that look, Paul. Does that tell you what I wear? If it hits straight on, it wouldn't be same story. No, it was her. Just superficial glass on kids, but still scary going 60 on the freeway. I agree, because once you're a mama, let me tell you, nonstop worry, you know, no matter how old they are. So lots of prayers that they were all okay. And maybe from here on out, you know, because some things are a lot of learning lessons for kids and just be like, never leave the scene of a crime, you know, 911, try to, but they were probably so shocked. I mean, I would have been freaking out, but try to tell them to always see if they can get license plate and stuff like that. But the freeway with trucks and stuff like that, stuff happens like that all the time. So scary. Love the longer coat to keep body warm. Thank you, Erin. I'm a 7, Miss Andale. Yeah, I can't believe it. They're so blessed and so lucky to be okay. Like I said, they definitely had a guardian angel looking out for them. Red Silo. That would be Darren. I'm sure it wouldn't be his lovely wife. Tried a thong once, kept whistling. Every time Pooted had to give them up. Oh, I love y'all. These are just so funny. My goodness. What a way to stop somebody from crying. Die High Annie just to match her lungs. Paul. Thank you, Mel. Well, adult was driving with 3 other people's kids. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's so scary. Right, Miss Andale? Tell him. Ship or shame. That's good. Yeah, I got a call like that one time about my son Johnny. It was so scary. It was like trauma. Like, are you John Anthony Rose's mom? I'm like, I am. And they're like, we're letting you know that he's being taken to a trauma unit. And I'm like, trauma unit? Oh my gosh, talk about my heart. Here, an animal came out in front of him, and I think he went to rear and he hit a telephone pole. So he was so lucky. Very, very lucky. And we're in township, so they're so strict here. They don't care. They don't care. I think if you died, they would go after your spouse or your parents to pay for that telephone pole. And that, I mean, a bill came for like $70,000. I was like, oh, no. You better be turning this over to your work. But, you know, and then his grandpop said, hit the animal next time, right? And we rarely agree, but that I agree on because my son hit a telephone pole. It was so stinking scary, and he's a really good driver. He just said it came out real quick and he went to move and bang, there was the telephone pole. But if you hit a telephone pole around here, you're paying for it. So, yeah, he's another lucky one, but it's enough to scare us parents to death, I tell you what. Yeah, how are the other parents handling it? That's a great question, Cindy. So, Erin, now that you have a different handle on a different picture, you should do YouTube, Erin. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, they all just need to count their lucky stars and not take 1 second for granted, right? Life can change in a blink of an eye. For sure. So that's just me holding up tape in the beginning because I didn't know what to hold up. And obviously I've been doing nothing but packing, packing, packing. The other tape is all done. And this roll is all done. That's missing out of there. So hopefully I can get through packing with what's left here. Because some of it's not sticking to the boxes, right? Debbie said the same thing. So we just have to keep going over it. But it is just a mess. Hi, Garden State Gardener Joe. How are you, my friend? Thank goodness you came late. You missed me crying. Melody, true story. A bill for $18,000 for emergency call out. A fire brigade and ambulance for knocking an old man off his bicycle when I was learning to drive in the Army. I don't mean to laugh, Paul, but that is kind of funny. You didn't have to pay that, did you? How do you, like, really? You hit a poor guy on his bicycle? Hopefully you didn't hurt him. How are you, Joe? No, you're not, Erin. You would be just fine. Holy smokes, Paul. That's right. Thing is, no one called him, and I put his bike in the back of the lorry and took him to the hospital. Oh my goodness, you're a hot mess. You're doing okay, Joe? Glad you came in later. It's a hot mess crying. You know, things are starting to get to me. He was grabbing onto the side of the truck to get up the bloody hill. You're a mess, Paul. I really do appreciate the laughs and giggles, friends. See, Paul, at least you stopped and helped. Nowadays, no one stops. That's true, Erin. Mm-mm-mm. Captain's in the house, Mr. Garden State Gardener. So, yeah, so let me say, chickens tomorrow. Stay tuned for that video. I show you like the inside. I just don't go into Jimmy's room. I don't go down the basement and show you that. Kind of went into the room my son was in, but just to show that there's clothes in the closet. So that was last week, and now the update for this week will be a whole lot different. But I think, you know, that saying God puts people, how does that go? God puts people in your life for a reason. And it's like Debbie gives up her time, you know, to help me at night or, you know, to get things done and packed. But even with a late start last night, because I was like, Deb, I was falling asleep waiting for you. She's like, I'm so sorry. So like about 10:30 we got started. We were probably done about 1:30. But all the canned goods are packed and all that food from the not working pantry's packed. Still so much more to do in the basement, which that's what he wanted me to get stuck doing, that basement, cleaning up all this crap. Nowadays you'd end up on TikTok or sure left to just lay there. Red Silo Homestead. If that is not the truth, I look like I smoked something. It's just for me crying. That is funny but true. Not funny but funny and very true. Yeah, I know. How about that, Erin? When I showed the eggs, like originally I did a video saying like I'm almost there for like my 1 dozen of eggs, you know? And then now I'm like 2 dozen and X amount of eggs over. So yeah, they're spinning out 2 eggs a day so far. So that is a big blessing. No, I never had to pay it, Mel. I actually got a $200 reward for taking him to the hospital after the military lawyers were finished with their lawyers. Oh, well, that's good. You got a good little deed. It is sadly true, but it's really true, though, you know? So yeah, I'm up to 2 dozen, and we'll say like maybe 5 eggs or something like that. But you know, it's getting cold here. I hope the move goes well with the chickens. They don't get too stressed out and I have to find something to put them in. That's going to be even more funnier. So I'll try to bring you along for each and every little part of this thing. Just stick it out with me. Don't forget the master playlist is there. If you don't mind, you can just let it run. Turn the volume up a tiny little bit. Do whatever you got to do. And no, I didn't, Erin. Nope, too short a time and not enough money, honey. So, yeah, that's what that's about. So, what else was I going to say? Besides, I'm tired. And tonight I think we're going to try to pull the Christmas totes out of the back because they're already packed up so that they'll be in the pile that goes to storage, and just got to keep full steam ahead. And I don't want to be full steam ahead. My pans are falling down. I ate a little tiny bit of Chinese food, my leftover Chinese food. I had Hunan shrimp. I had a little bit of that. Hi, Barb. Someone unsubbed me from your channel, but I fixed it. Wow, that's terrible. Wow, Barb, I'm so sorry, honey. Probably just YouTube, but I'm happy to see you. So yeah, I was trying to put my eggs on the thing that Pam got me, and I was like, uh-oh, they're gonna fall through and crack. But they're sitting out because I didn't wash them. If they moved quick, you can move them in a cardboard box with them staying in the same coop. Stress should be low once they get where they're going. Well, the coop's going to be the last thing. It's going to stay connected from what I understand. They're keeping it connected, and I think taking the fence apart, and it'll go out of here and over there like that. So I think Debbie said she has like one, like maybe dog crate or something that might hold, I don't know if she said 2 or 3, and then I have to find something else to put them in. But yeah, they're going to be freaking out. I kind of would rather just stay here with them and let them free range around while they go and take that there and do whatever it is that they need to do. So it keeps them as calm as possible. You can tell those chickens definitely wore on me because when you see tomorrow's video, like, I'm in love with the birds. They're just so cute. And I asked for suggestions about getting the little bands for them so I can finally name them. Just put one on their foot so I could tell them apart, like their leg. And I'm like, just like, I don't want anything to happen to them during the move. I would be brokenhearted, you know? So yeah, they're going to be moving that. Have you tried eating your eggs yet? I have, actually. Made a dippy egg. I have the video. I'm going to be honest here. I did a test taste with Jimmy before I knew I was going to have to move, and I felt uncomfortable posting it on YouTube since I'm transparent and told you all what's going on. Like, gave me 30 days to move. I'll do one by myself, but the yolks are like orangey, and it was really good. His friend gave some eggs before, like, his friend was given some chickens and he gave some eggs. Jared and Gavin asked for home fries and eggs for like dinner. I scrambled up his friend David's eggs. They were white. I fried up mine and they were like this yellow golden color. And I said, Jack, try my eggs. And he was like, they're good. My grandson was just like, I like the eggs from the supermarket. I'm like, of course you do. You know, because he's only 16. But yeah, it was actually delicious. That's the whole reason why I'm not posting it. It's because he's in it trying the egg. And I just couldn't live with that. So I will do like an egg. I'll crack it open and I'll do a video on that this week so you could see the color of the yolk. And some are starting to get a little bit bigger. Let me get my one thing here. Hold on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Sorry, didn't mean to be rude. I had to. These are the ones just from the last couple days. There's nine in here. Can you see those? So yeah, there's 9 in there. And then this is 18 eggs right here. Even the little baby one is still right here. Remember, it was so tiny when I first showed it, but as you can see now, they're getting the second one that's laying, it's getting darker, but now look at the beautiful colors coming in. They're getting like darker brown. This is a real good one. You know, so the girls are doing good. There's a couple beige, and then her eggs getting darker. She did like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 light eggs, and now we're at a beige color. So these were cream, like a cream color, and now they're coming out beige. But all the chickens should lay brown eggs. So yeah, this is about the size. I don't know if there's a bigger one, but my one that's been laying, I think a little bit longer. So happy to have that for sure. But I didn't wash any of them, so. But I thought it was delicious, honestly delicious. That is true, Erin. I agree with that. Look at all those boxes. I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah. Well, you missed it because the whole beginning of my live, I practically just cried. So I might look like I smoked something, but I didn't. I'm just, like Cindy said, feeling vulnerable and scared. And it's just a lot in the holidays. And yeah, so there's a master playlist if you want to help out. Belt Loop 29 helped me to get it set up. If you can run the videos and let the commercials play, that would help me out. All the money was invested to here, so I have to come up with money by spring to find another place, you know. But I have like a week and a half to 2 weeks left here, and I'm not even done yet. But you can go back and get caught up. But I appreciate it, Barb. There is just crap everywhere. You'll see this week. So this week's video of what's going on in the house was last week's, and then you'll see other videos with updates. Where are the chickens moving to? I'm gonna go to Jean and Thomas's, not that I want to. Just have a roof over my head just for the winter months. And that's where the chickens are going. Red Silo said, nope, box them up just before they take the coop. Trying to catch them free ranging would be a nightmare. They'll be fine. We moved 18 chickens in boxes last summer. Did you? Have you been noticing when you watch the Monday Cuteness Overload, the Wyandottes, like 2 of them, maybe all 3 of them do it. As soon as I go near them close enough, they just go submissive, like go down, and I just pet them like, good bird, or, you know. And normally the other ones don't. They squawk and they act like I'm killing them. But yesterday, the New Hampshire Red actually stood there and let me pet her. So I was like, maybe it's time to get the little bracelet thing so I can tell these chickens apart and give them a name. Now that I won't be here and have to worry about someone killing them. You know, I think my mind was in that mindset of like, you know, because they're part meat bird and laying hen, that, you know, he would just be gung-ho about killing them. I didn't want to get attached like that, and I'm attached, and now they need to have names. So I just hope that they survive the move. I really, really do, because I love them, and I want them to and I said to Thomas, I was like, they need a place to, they free range here, you know. I said for at least an hour or however long I can tolerate being out there. You know, because it's getting so cold here. I couldn't let them out today. They would have flown away. It was so windy. I almost flew away. I need some like quarters in my pocket or something. But he said, no, they're going to, I don't know. They must have found a spot. I said, is it out front of your house or in the back? Because it's all privacy fenced in. And he said the back. But they'll have like a nice big run so the dogs don't bother them. I was like, okay, great. Thank you. I appreciate it. But I will keep that in mind with the boxes then, Darren. Probably a lot richer yolk, better tasting. Absolutely is. Probably better feed. Yeah, I'm giving them like the 16% layer feed. I I think Jimmy made a mistake, of course, that one time I was telling you all about, and there's something else that's in there. I can't think of it. And then I give them corn and the sunflower seeds, like the, I think it's like oiled sunflower seeds. And they have their oyster shells, and like they're great in case they don't get out to get it themselves. And now I'm starting to give them, like, they love the apples. I've been giving them apples chopped up. I've been giving them lots of produce. I gave them some jalapenos today, some peanut butter and jellies, because they got pushed to the back. Those Smuckers ones, they got pushed to the back of their fridge. They had some bread. They had some banana. And then I fermented their feed and poured it all over top of, like, a bunch of stuff, the apples and everything I put in this bowl. And they liked that this afternoon because they were getting a little ornery about being in there. Once you let them out, they like to be out. But I mean, it was so windy here. No way could I have let them out today. So, and then Thomas had texted me inside and said, the birds are all huddled together. And I said, yeah, that's how they stay warm. But I guess if they didn't like it, they would go inside to the coop. So sunflower, they're getting the cracked corn. Yeah, absolutely, Erin. Nice size eggs. Thank you, Mr. Joe. Beautiful eggs. Thanks, Barb. I see a nice size omelet. I know, right? A quiche. I thought about that. And then Thomas and Jean usually get eggs from like a friend of hers. So it didn't seem like taking, because I was like, she knows I have chickens now, right? And he was like, yeah. So they can eat a lot of eggs. And I'm like, oh boy, So she used to keep a bowl. I could never figure it out when I was there only for that 30 days. She would keep a bowl on the counter and say, do not touch. Because they were the eggs from a friend of hers that were from chickens. Duh. And they weren't washed, so they could be out on the counter. So yeah, they were making like omelets every day. But I want to do a couple quiches. Yep, a frittata. Imagine trying to pass one of them out your ass. The poor hens. Paul, thank you so much, my friend, for making me laugh tonight. And everyone just being so supportive. Cindy, Miss Andell. Y'all know who you are. I could sit here and name every one of you. Gary's an awesome person. He really is. And he did a video for, like, help. And since Barb's in here, whoever else hears this, the Vineyard Chicks, Miss Andell posted the link. It's for their Christmas thing. If you'd like to shout me out for Christmas, they are doing, I think, for 3 people that really are in need of it. So the money obviously would go to a good cause to put a roof over my head. But Gary did like a video asking people for help. I did see some comments from some subscribers that were saying that they're running the list. And he taught me how to do a master playlist, which is what Doreen suggested last week. Do you have a storage unit? Yes, just one. I've been paying for a storage unit. I had 2 the whole time I was here. And then that's what's getting moved out is from the one. But thank God, the Lord above, that the other one never came here. That would have been like a sectional, another couch. Oh my goodness gracious. But that's $350 a month that he wasn't remembering. I was also paying for that every month, and I still am. What I think is going on in Thomas's head is he's trying to get everything in one storage unit so I don't have to pay for it too. I don't know if it's all going to fit. I really don't. So just one storage unit. Maybe you should smoke something. I will smoke with you and we could go to an all-you-can-eat buffet. Oh, that's just for me crying. When I cry, I look like I did something I shouldn't have done. But that would be fun, Barb. Yep. You make us all laugh. I mean, I don't know. For me, you make me... Yeah. I mean, you see how he got me to stop crying. They all did. Again, I'm sorry about that. I'm just keeping it honest and real. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. And there's no help. Thomas is doing the main hard parts outside. And me and Debbie are the only ones in here just working like workhorses. And my body's feeling it. My foot's I'm gonna have to go to the doctors for my torn Achilles heel because it just doesn't feel so good. The upside to this is, I don't know, I'll be in the tub probably all the time over there. He has a couple crazy dogs, and I don't know if I've ever stated this, but I used to have a really big fear with big dogs. And when I went into the house the first time, oh my gosh, it was insane. I thought I was going to die with my two little dogs. And my little Yorkie was so scared she pooped. But I was like, am I going to have to go through that again to get in the house? Like, do you think they would remember us? He's like, yeah. I said, Pam thinks I'll be stuck in the room the whole time. He said, no, you won't be. I said, well, you got to make sure I'm comfortable with the dogs again. And he said, I will. So, chickens are pretty resilient as long as they're kept safe from predators. I have them nice and safe. I do worry, but nice and safe. Only thing I'm worrying about, Darren, is like the trench that Jimmy did going around. And I told him, I hope Thomas knows that. He's going to have to put that hardware cloth down so nothing can dig underneath of it. But there's extra green fencing, and I think he's going to extend that somehow. I don't know. Join me in the dirt. Pam is here who bought me the egg thing. Look, Pam, now I got lots of eggs, girl. Look at them all. And then I have 9. I think I said 9 in the pot. 2 a day. 2 a day. Pam's the one that sent me the thing to hold my eggs. And, you know, had to listen. I don't know, she probably just got in here, but she got a dosage of me. I think it was like last weekend or the beginning of the week where I just was crying on the phone. So you missed the whole beginning of my live where I was crying, but love you, Pam. She said, made it, Miss Beautiful. I love her. When you wear your coat, Mel, make sure to add some weights to your boots for the wind. Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I can't take it anymore. It's like, I'm from Mount Pocono. They get more snow and everything up here, but I think it's the weight loss. Like the losing weight. I'm more colder, and knock on wood, I haven't been sick. So I feel like my immune system's down, and I'm going to end up catching it all at once. Wouldn't that just be my horrible luck? So thankful that I was finally able to get a winter coat. I just got to get like snow boots or whatever. And I probably should invest in some type of earmuff because it's this ear. I went a long time ago for this ear. And they asked me, they were like, have you been a long time swimmer? And I was like, yeah. They said, well, it's called something else, but it's like having swimmer's ear. But if the wind blows, it hurts in there so bad and it'll give me a headache. So I couldn't take the wind the last few days. Erin says, I come here for Mellow, of course. Oh, thank you, Erin. But you too, Paul Honeyman, and the rest of the amazing people on here. Oh, you are all great. Everybody saying hi to Pam. Paul was on a roll earlier, Miss Barb. You missed it. We used medium-sized packing boxes, 3 to 4 to a box, and moved them 20 miles to the farm. They just hunkered down and were pretty calm the whole way. Well, that is actually good to know. This would probably be the only size boxes that I have left. Sorry for all the racket, my friends. This size box. Would this be good for chickens? So that's the biggest I got. So, and this thing with tying my sweatpants and then having to roll them down. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm telling you. Oh, okay. Pam saying hello to everyone. Check out Pam. Thank you for posting her link. Hi, Blue Self-Reliance. How are you? Saying, hey, lovely. How are you? Happy Sunday. I hope you had a blessed weekend. We love you, Mel. Oh, Cindy. This community here, and I don't know, it's just absolutely amazing. I can't ever be one of those people that get on here like, garden's great. Oh, I'm great. Oh, this is great. That's great. No, I'm a human being, and this is what's going on in my life. And I really am very thankful for you listening and being supportive. I really, really, really do appreciate it. It just means a lot to me, honestly. Anybody that watches this back. Look, I'm sitting here near the eggs, and I find a gift for you. It was the little note from Pam's egg holder. I love the egg holder. Hey Mel, someone shouted you out for a challenge. What is that about? I'm a little slow. It is the Vineyard Chicks. I think Miss Andale posted the link and the hashtag. She knows it all. I'm sorry, in my head, I can't think straight right now. They're doing like a Christmas challenge, I think, for like 3 people that are really in need for it. So if you can do like a quick 6 second or whatever short, like I nominate Big Leg and Let's Dig It, who could really use it, has nowhere to live or whatever. That's all you have to do for that, and you have to use their hashtag. And then I got a nomination that I know of from Bunky's Garden, which is their younger sister, nominated me. She said, Miss Melody has to leave her apartment. She's so cute and she's so young that it made me cry. My goodness. So, yeah, the link, maybe they can repost it. Yes, absolutely. Check out Blue's Self-Reliance channel. Okay, dumb question, but how does not washing make them able to not be refrigerated now? Because it has a coating on it that keeps them from spoiling. But once you wash them, you take off that coating that protects the egg, and then you would have to refrigerate them. But it's never a dumb question over here. Let's see. Yep. The bloom seals the pores in the shell. Thank you, Suzanne. Film on them when they are laid, and as long as you don't wash them, they can keep a few weeks, I think. Yeah. Erin, the eggshells keep some of the protection when laid, but when washed, it takes it away. They can keep for 2 to 4 weeks unwashed, depending on temperatures. Yeah, I was thinking about, I try to do like something quick in advance to make to eat. Maybe I'll make some egg salad or something. So maybe I can eat that maybe throughout the day. I don't have any bread, so I'd have to eat it out of the bowl. And it's not looking real good for Thanksgiving, if you all remember what I talked about last Sunday. So no plans for Thanksgiving here. I always wondered that, but this only place I'm comfortable enough to ask. Oh my goodness, you are so okay, Erin. The general rule, unwashed eggs will last around 2 weeks unrefrigerated and about 3 months or more in your refrigerator. Yep. Absolutely, Suzanne. Yep. I love that she's comfortable here. I mean, I'm comfortable here. The people that show up for me, I'm just floored and blown away all the time. And the people that watch this back, I so greatly appreciate it. I take the knowledge from you guys over most. Thank you, Erin. Pam, her new eggs will fit in your egg basket and her bras. Laugh out loud. Pam says, wowza. Oh boy. You missed it earlier, Pam. If she keeps one in her bra for 24 days, she'll have another chicken. Oh Lord, yeah, I could probably fit, at this point in time, if I keep losing weight, I could probably fit about 3 of them in my brassiere. Should I say it like that? I don't know. Hopefully things will get better. FLN, I'm probably only one who doesn't garden, etc., at least right now because of my living situation. Oh, you'll do wonderful. I heard you're getting another warm front. You misheard that, ma'am, because it is freezing here. We're like 20 degrees. 20. It's crazy here, Pam. It's so cold. Oh, Paul. Love you, love you, love you. You and Darren are like, you can fit all 6 in a box that size. Really? Oh, okay. That's so good to know. Hi, LG. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for being here today. Happy Sunday. Hope you had an awesome weekend. It's been an awesome weekend, hon. Tanny found me Christmas dinosaur decorations. He really is the best. Well, that's exciting. There's Join Me in the Dirt's link to her page. Please go check out Pam. But she needs a rooster, otherwise she'll just have rotten eggs in her undies. They're a hot mess, but funny, aren't they? There it is. Okay, Pam, there's the Vineyard Chicks video and explains the rules and like the hashtag that you have to do. It's called hashtag Still Christmas Gifts. at the Vineyard Chicks video. Miss Andale posted that as well. Deviled eggs for Thanksgiving. No, like I'm thinking like maybe these should start, maybe getting boiled up just for some type of protein, I guess. Hashtag still Christmas gifts to Vineyard Chicks. Thank you, Miss Andale. Thank you for coming in, LG. Deviled eggs, yum. Life has its twists and turns. Better days ahead, Bagel Egg. I sure hope so. I really do hope so. Mr. Joe, I've been having a couple moments, I don't know. I guess because I'm just human and it's a lot. But thank you for that, Joe. And we still love you, Miss Cindy Brown. Warming up starting tomorrow here. Wow, really? No, we've been in some really cold weather the last week. Of course, I called that, didn't I? I said, watch Thomas go to Florida and be on vacation, and I'll be here killing myself. It'll be freezing. And yeah, it's been super duper cold the last few days. Today was probably the worst. The wind chill. The wind, like you could hear the trees moving. It was that windy today. So I didn't let my girls out to free range today. But you'll get to see them tomorrow for the Monday Cuteness Overload. Don't forget. Great big shout out to Gary from Belt Loop 29 for helping me do a master playlist so you can all run the playlists and watch the commercials. That would really help me out. There's a PayPal link icon on my banner if you feel the need to be able to help out that way. I would greatly appreciate it. And he did a video on me, which so blessed. That was so nice of him. And yeah, Miss Andale's running the, what do I call it? The master playlist. It's missing a few. I think it told me, oh, so on Good News, am I going to say it right or should I just wait to post it? I think Mr. Wilson got in touch with me and said congratulations on 190,000 watch hours. But I have a question. I posted an older video. It was a short of the garden cactus that Jay had got me. I posted it at night and the next day it's like 4.6K, but I'm not being paid for it. It says I have to go into something and change it. Oh, I don't know. My brain can't think that hard. If somebody can at least look at the short, maybe you'll see it, but that is what it says. I don't know. I had to figure that one out. But I was like, gosh darn it, go figure. That literally was like 4.6K by the morning. Crazy. Okay, so Mel, and I'm here because I learn a lot. Love Mel, her personality, honesty, and everyone here so kind and non-judgmental. Oh, Erin, yeah, this community is absolutely phenomenal. We all try to be there for one another. It's just unfortunate, It's down to 1 degree Celsius here and supposed to be getting colder. Pam says Belt Loop is awesome. Yeah, he did like this emergency type of thing and was discussing my channel, and I really did appreciate that. And we were on the phone for a couple hours. He was trying to walk me through how to do this master playlist and just giving me little pointers and what he was planning on doing. I think he was going to go over and vote for me with the Vineyard Chicks. So if anybody wants to do a quick short with the Vineyard Chicks Christmas thing to shout me out, that would be greatly appreciated. It's so cute that Bunky said, I nominate, that's what you have to say, I nominate Bagel Egg and Let's Dig It, who could really use a roof over her head. I mean, it's just super quick. So, yeah, it's super sweet. To see Bunky do that brought me to tears. So, wow, that's nice. I wonder what it's going to be here on Thursday. Oh, did you, Cindy? That's awesomeness. Paul, you're so funny. Oh, thank you, Miss Andel, who's posted my PayPal. Really do appreciate it. Pam says, will your chickens be able to free range at the new place? From what I heard today from Thomas, is they figured out where they're going to put the chicken coop. And he said they'll have a long run. I don't know what that means exactly. He just said, and the dogs won't be able to get to them. I was like, oh, okay, that would be great. If he uses the fencing, I have to be able to get in to open and shut their door. So I don't think I would feel comfortable leaving the other door open if something climbs over the green fence. I'm just assuming that's what he would use, but her whole yard is completely privacy fenced in, like the French door type. So yeah, I don't know. I would have to see when I get there what they're planning on doing. They're all great mods. Erin, every last one of them. 17 degrees Fahrenheit for you, Darren. Yep, Cindy Brown's awesome too. So is Miss Andale and Suzanne. 14 degrees tonight. So Suzanne, wow. All the mods are fabulous there. They really are. Mel Short with 4K plus views. It's the silliest thing. It is, I called it a crazy garden cactus. I did write in the description. Jay bought it for me for April. I'm just like kind of posting it now. I'll get it off my phone. I just did it as a short and it bink overnight and it's not showing I'm getting paid for that video at all. I'm like, go figure, right? So I have to figure that out. 15 degrees. Miss Andal's on a roll tonight. She's posting Belt Loop 29 video offering help. There's the link to that if anybody wants to check that out or anyone that watches this back. I greatly appreciate it. From minus 32 in Germany back in 84, 85 when the maneuvers, it ended up with the frostbite in both feet. Oh my gosh, ouch. Cindy's in California and it's 50 degrees there right now. Pam's in California too. I don't know what side you guys are all on, but oh, Huga, hi Huga, how are you? Saying hey girl, hey love, how are you? Check out the links, Huga, that are being posted. Debbie says having a couple moments while going through some tough times is absolutely normal. In fact, it's healing. If you were having tearful moments all the time, then you would be having a problem. Thanks, Deb. I love Debbie. Everyone, huge. Oh my gosh. Pam said it too, like, say hello to Debbie for me. She's an angel. For just volunteering her time to help me is just, that's a gift from God right there from itself. So, love her to pieces. You couldn't look into an automatic door for the coop. It's kind of expensive right now, Cindy, under the circumstances, darling. So yeah, I'll have to be getting up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to open the door for the chickens. So glad that I was finally able to get the jacket. So thanks to Thomas for putting my 100 back in my regular, well, it's all one count, but you know. And then Frugal Mel was able to get 2 jackets for the price of 1. But what do you think? Should I take the short one back and just leave the long one? But this winter white thing is insane. I mean, honestly, like, I hope a chicken doesn't poop on me. Here's Hugo Homestead's link. Everybody's saying hi. You are normal. Cry if you need to and feel better. Yeah. Just had a weak moment when I got on here tonight, Deb. So thank you. I'm a fair weather farmer. I'll brave it to go check on the animals. Otherwise, my butt's staying inside. Yeah, I mean, whew, I'm not weighing that much these days, so I don't know. Weigh my pockets down with something before I attempt to go out there. Today, it's like literally, it was just like sweatpants, and I was wearing, let me think, the shirt is Danny from Cajun Hydroponics. No brassiere. I went to the door and I was like, whoa, no way. I just can't even. It was just too much, you know? Like, that's the first thing a woman wants to rip off to get comfortable. And I went near that door and Jimmy was like, it's freezing tonight. And I was like, So, where to begin? Homestead, hello. Hi, how are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome in, welcome in. So, if you're just coming in, there's been links that have been posted. You might have to go back and watch. Let me see if I can at least tell you the one. Hold on. Let me scroll up. Un momento, por favor. So Gary about Loop 29 did like an offering help video based on me and my circumstances that are going on right now. So a great big shout out to him for that, honestly. And then Miss Andale posted my PayPal account link. I'm looking for the Vineyard Chicks hashtag thing again. They're doing like a Christmas thing where you can just do a quick short, like I'm nominating Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It, who lost her home. Something along the lines of that. It just has to be like a quick short and use their hashtag. Miss Andale has been posting the link for that. If you're interested in going over and voting for me, well, you have to say I nominate. Okay, let's see. You could look. Okay, I read that one because I had to scroll up. I love writing it like that, Cindy, like, ooga. Let's see. Welcome in again. Where to begin? Homestead. Happy Sunday. I hope you had a blessed weekend. Yeah, I didn't even know it was Erin. North California, Pam is, and it's 64 degrees, a low of 36 degrees there. Oh, Cindy, that is so sweet. She wrote, at Deborah Richardson, thank you for being there for Mel when the rest of us can't be. She's an angel, and that was so sweet. Thank you so much, Cindy. Pam says it all the time. Like, just what a blessing, you know? Oh, Suzanne, you too? No, kids bad. You can wear them both layers. Okay. So Darren says keep them both. Okay. I mean, it is still kind of a bargain. Suzanne agrees. Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe Serrano. He's been watching my videos and leaving comments, and I so greatly appreciate it. You might have to watch this back from the beginning, Joe. A little emotional. But yeah, such a sweetheart. And he always writes these like longer, great comments. I feel bad. Joe, you don't have to write me a real long comment if you don't want to. You can even just give me a heart. I know you're there watching. But there's now a master playlist thanks to Belt Loop 29. I was able to get a lot of videos in one spot so you can just run them. But hi, Joe Serrano. Love you, my friend. Everybody's saying hello to Joe. Vineyard Chicks Still Christmas. There it is. Thank you, Cindy Brown. Please go check it out. And if you could nominate me, that would be really, really awesome. Would be so helpful too. You just have to do a quick short. There's Joe's. Okay. Paul says, I nominate Melody for spanking over my knee. Geez, what did I do wrong again? He's so cheeky, Erin says. And yeah, swipe of her roommate. At least if I do that, I can't go to jail. I'd end up doing that ass swipe of a roommate. Oh. Y'all, World Cup soccer, U.S. plays tomorrow. I have to pack, Huga. I can't even be watching that. Erin will be your alibi. Rock Butcher. Hi, Mel. Belt Loop sent me over. I've had your master playlist playing in the background for almost 48 hours now. Hope that helps. Wow. Rock Butcher, right? I want to make sure I don't butcher your name. Hi, and thank you so much. Welcome in. That means the world to me. Thank you, thank you. A little bit of an emotional live tonight, but, you know, gotta move. So that's one way people can help. That means so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, a great big shout out to Gary over at Belt Loop 29. It was so much appreciated, and thank you for coming into my live. It's amazing for the last 48 hours now. I hope that helps. Oh, it'll help. Just make sure the volume's up a little bit and occasional comments and just clear your history here and there. I think is what they said. Hope all are well. Trying to hang in there. Having a few little emotional moments. You know, this is hard around the holidays and stuff. So, let's see. There's your, everyone go check out Rock Butcher coming over from Gary Beltloop 29 and is watching the master playlist. Go check out their YouTube channel. Oh, Erin, thank you so much for that, honestly. Y'all make me feel better. You just made me laugh. I can't say I'm still not embarrassed. You know, I had a little bit of a meltdown, but again, I'm human, and if you could see what I'm dealing with, well, you'll see some of it. Like I said, Tuesday's video will be what's going on inside this house that was last week or so ago. And then I'll bring you along and start showing you some of the other things that I was able to get done and what me and Debbie did. And yeah, and then guess what? After live in a few minutes, it's back to work. Debbie's going to come over, and I think we're going to try to pull, you know, the Christmas totes that are packed up so that Thomas can get them into storage and maybe get the tree in that obnoxious box, but it's a handy dandy one. And, you know, the middle of the basement's like a poop hole. Just stuff everywhere. Not on mine either, but yeah, so got to get that middle of the basement done. I think once that's done, I don't know, just going to need a lot of hands to get this stuff out of here, and I'm going to need a lot of prayers. So I want to say this. Thank you, everyone. Honest to goodness, from the bottom of my heart and soul, I'm going to try not to get choked up. I love you all to pieces. Thank you for anything you can possibly do and the prayers, and I really hope that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving that's coming up on Thursday with your family. And yeah, just know that I'm thinking of you all, and I'm just amazed by this community, honest to goodness. And thank you for letting me be me, and you know, being here for me. It means a lot. And yeah, I'll let you know probably on Tuesday or Wednesday if I'm doing anything for Thanksgiving at all, or even eating for that matter. I'll let you know. But I hope that you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your families, and eat lots of good food for me. And stay tuned to the videos this week. And then I guess I will see you all next Sunday. And yeah, so that is that. That's what's going on. Maybe I'll just eat a pie for Thanksgiving. Let's see. I'm not in a position to contribute financially due to stuff at home, but I can do that. That is perfectly fine. Rock Butcher, I greatly appreciate that. Believe me, you. Every little bit helps. I'm extremely grateful. Thank you so much. To clear my history for me when I kicked the bucket. She's inheriting it. So yeah, Joe, there's a master playlist if you can let it run. I'm a geologist with a small channel that I try to post bits and pieces of geology life in. That sounds really cool. I have to check that out. Oops. Hold on. Oh, sorry about that. Definitely, I'll come over there and check that out. I have to go all, so am I. I have to go all, sorry, but Hubs decided 8 o'clock is project starting time. Yay, Cindy, that sounds like fun. Cindy, love you. And I'll see you soon. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Stay safe, sis. I pray you have a great week ahead. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Mel, sending you all the hearts and prayers. Thank you so much, Erin. LG, thank you for being you at Bake a Leg. Oh, thank you, LG. I don't know how great that is right about now, but these all are just wonderful. Take care, everyone. Hugs and love to all, says Joe. To all my friends across the pond, happy Thanksgiving, and I pray you all have a great weekend ahead. Oh, Paul, same to you. Well, you don't celebrate Thanksgiving there, I don't think. Huga, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. And to Suzanne, have a safe week, everyone. She says, take care of you, hun, says Blue. I will try. Good night, Mel. See you soon. Love you, Miss Andale. Um, Joe Serrano, have a wonderful week. Pie. I like pie too. That sounds like a good idea, says LG. Yeah, maybe I'll just eat pie for Thanksgiving. Darren, Justine, love you. You already know that. So a million pieces. Hope everyone has a great week ahead. Stay warm, stay healthy, and catch you all next week. Love you all. From Red Silo Homestead. Love you all. Nice, says Pam. Blessings, Mel. Love you. Love you too. Yeah, I got one kid who's school tomorrow. Gotta go and get to bed, everyone. Mel's PayPal, big light. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you to anyone that watches this back. It means the world to me. And lots of prayers for strength and just clarity. And again, I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I, my friends, will see you throughout the week. And I'm going to just hold up a couple chicken eggs if you don't mind. But love yous all to pieces. Happy Thanksgiving. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.